Maybe Natsuki can help Sayori with the depression, something that I failed to do. I groggily head upstairs and go to sleep. I awaken in the sanctity of my blankets. this mod has got a lot of very poetic ways to describe your bed. Like in that poem that I wrote, it was like the cage of blankets or whatever. Now I woke up in the sanctity of my blankets. Like the game this mod developer does not like the word beds a lot. He prefers to call he or she prefers to call it a lot of different things. Very poetic things, I might add. The first day of break, when every student doesn't have a care in the world, I take a moment to just stare at my ceiling, the morning glow peeking through my blinds. I can't help but have a smile on my face. I have a strong feeling today will be a good day. When you're setting it up like that, I'm pretty sure that something is gonna happen. Monica. Hopefully I'm right. After enjoying the feeling of naturally waking up, I climb out of bed. I do my morning stretches and head to the bathroom. Shut up. We both know that you don't do any morning stretches. As I'm eating breakfast, I decide to call Yuri. Answer. Hello? Good morning, Yuri. Good morning, Mark. Despite still being fairly early, Yuri's voice shows no sign of tiredness. She must be a morning person. Sounds like you slept well. Uh-huh. That I did. Yuri pauses just long enough for me to speak up. Hey, I'm sorry about yesterday. I got caught up in something after class. I swear I tried to get out, but it was... Mark, it's okay. I'm sure you had good reason. Plus, I could never be mad at you. I begin to blush. Well, in that case, I wanted to ask you something. Okay, ask away. Well, I thought that we could what? I feel Yuri knows what I'm trying to ask her. But rather than sparing it from my fear, she just decided to tease the question instead. That you could come over today. Perhaps we can watch a movie or something? There's a moment of silence as Yuri ponders the question. I'd love to. Really? Of course, I'll be there in about an hour if that's okay. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. I'll see you then. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye. I hang up the phone. I pump my fist in excitement before realizing. What are we going to do? I told Yuri we would watch a movie. I need to get my head out of my ass. It's just two friends of opposite genders alone in a house. Damn it. Alright, I need to calm down. Yuri and I spent a lot of... Yeah, what the fuck? We've been at each other's... Like, what the hell? How the hell is this... Excuse me. How the hell is this different all of a sudden? We've been, like, spending days at each other... like entire afternoons and nights sleeping in each other's beds, reading together very up close and personal for like weeks or months now at this point. Like, how the hell is this all of a sudden different? Just because it's break and because it's a movie and not a book and all of a sudden it's different? Like, what the fuck? I mean, we never heard anything about Yuri's parents or my parents, or maybe I said that my parents were on a business trip at some point, I don't remember. But I'm pretty sure we've been alone loads of times together, so I don't know why this is so different. You and I have spent a lot of time together. We shared a kiss, that's true. Hell, we even slept in the same bed a lot of times. It was a very big bed though. Well, then again, she slept in my bed and my bed wasn't that big. Well, not as big as hers, but the same bed nonetheless. So why do I feel so different? Yeah, I'm wondering that too. It feels as if our relationship has grown in some way. I no longer see Yuri as the girl she presents herself as. To me, she's no longer that shy girl who steers away from anyone who talks to her. She's just a normal girl. Sure, she still needs help, and we still need to get rid of her knife collection. Again, that's... well... Should have been her choice. I mean, I understand why you want to get rid of it, but it should be... It's still a bit stupid that I just forced that on her. But my mind relaxes as I feel that I've actually made progress. I'm overthinking this, aren't I? I set up some small snacks and glasses for us so that we can watch the movie. Yuri should be arriving any second. Snacks. Check. Deodorant. Check. Clean clothes. Check. Movie. Uh-oh. I haven't picked a movie yet. But I'm gonna... Uh-oh. I get up to answer the door. I open the door. I put up my most inviting smile. Hey! Is for Horsten. Hello, Mark! I gesture for her to come inside. Thanks for inviting me, Mark. I wave my hand in front of my face. Don't worry about it. It's the least I could do for... It's the least I could do for not walking you home yesterday. What a gentleman. I begin to blush as my face grows hot. I swear I turned my AC on. I suppose chivalry isn't dead after all. I gesture for her to take a seat on the couch as I walk over to the TV stand. Oh, Mark, you didn't tell me what we were gonna watch. And there's the question that drives the nail in the coffin. I'm sorry, what was that? Oh, I just said that it'll be a surprise. It'll be a surprise for both of us. Yuri likes horror. Maybe I should do that. Or maybe action. Who doesn't love superhero movies? Or maybe romance. Don't be dumb, Mark. That only works in movies and games. What about a comedy? I'll be able to see Yuri laugh. Or maybe that one movie where everything was a dream. Titanic. Well, what do you mean? That wasn't... What? That was... It's not a dream. Well, she's telling the story and that's why you see it. Like, it's not a dream. That actually happened. Is everything okay? Yeah. Is something wrong? At this point I'm starting to sweat. What do I do? Aha! Light bulb. What was that? I turn and look at her. You have to guess what movie we're watching. I'm not good at guessing. Give it your best shot. He really thinks for a moment. I got her right where I want her. Well, I've been really wanting to see the movie Misery. There's a movie about the state of Missouri? I read the novel and I have been wanting to compare it to the movie. Oh, Misery! By that king dude! Yuri gives me a look of disappointment. Why am I like this? Why am I like this? I turn back to the TV stand. Please have misery, please have misery, please have misery. It's actually a pretty weird thing to ask if you take it out of context. I look in the back where I store the movies my parents used to own. All of a sudden I spot it. You're a good guesser, Yuri. Huh? I turn around and present the case to her. Her lavender eyes brighten up and reflect the sunlight seeping from the window. How? She sounds baffled, as if she can't believe she guessed it right. Truth is, whatever movie she guessed was going to be the one that I picked. I even figured as much. And of course, luck was involved with whether or not I had the movie on hand. It's what I like to call one step ahead trick. The one step ahead trick. I pop the disc in the tray and play it. Meanwhile, Yuri gathers the... What the fuck? The horse... the fucking French fries from the coffee table. I have no idea how to pronounce that. I dropped French after 3 years in school for a reason. Because I absolutely don't understand that stupid language. I'm sorry, that's majestic language that is just not cut out for me, okay? I didn't mean stupid, I just... it just came out, okay? Wait, am I supposed to sit on the couch with Yuri or sit on the other? This is a date, correct? I guess it didn't say, but it was heavily implied. Am I overthinking this? Mark? I snap out of my thoughts and turn to Yuri. Is everything okay? Yeah, everything's fine. I walk to the couch Yuri is sitting on. Is this seat taken? Yuri smiles cutely. For you? Not at all. I plop down next to her. Partway through the movie, and Yuri and I have already consumed all the snacks I laid. This movie is pretty good, but I'm having a hard time focusing with Yuri in my view. Why watch a movie about a writer with broken legs, when instead I can just stare at Yuri all day? She turns to me slightly. In the book she cut off his foot. Huh? Oh, I was just pointing out the differences between the novel and the movie. Oh. That came out a bit more unenthusiastically than I wished. This isn't boring for you, is it, Mark? What? No, I'm really enjoying the movie so far. Yuri grabs the remote and lowers the volume a bit. Then what's the main character's name? What? The main character. What's his name? Alright, I know this. Think Mark. How the hell am I supposed to know? I never fucking... Okay, I'm gonna cheat. I'm definitely going to fucking cheat. Because if I actually was on a date with Yuri and watching that movie, I would know. Please let it be a real movie, by the way. Yes, Misery, a movie from 1990. Okay. Oh yeah, it's written by Stephen King, so they got that right. By that King dude, or whatever the hell the guy said. It's a good thing this isn't on a timer. Story. Aha! Author Paul Sheldon. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna save. Oh fuck, I should have saved on there. There we go. Yeah, there we go. I definitely did not cheat. Well then again, like I said, if I actually was on a date with Yuri and watching that movie, I would have fucking known that because I would have paid attention. But I never watched the movie in real life, and of course we never saw anything here, so I'm just gonna cheat. Brain Blast. Paul Sheldon. Yeah, Yuri looks shocked. I'm sorry I doubted you. No problem, Yuri. Ooh! We both turn back to the screen. Ooh, she's smiling. Is now my chance? She's distracted. I should make my move. Would it be weird if I did? Or would it be weirder if I didn't? I mean, we kissed. What's an arm wrap compared to that? I maneuver my arm ever so slowly as if it were moving through molasses, whatever that may mean. I gently place my hand over Yuri's shoulder. It's like a spider crawling along the backrest of a couch. Like, oh yes, slowly move my arm there. She does a double take at my arm, then looks at me. Not a single word is spoken. She simply smiles and leans into me. That is the biggest relief ever. Like your heart is finding out. You're like, holy fuck, holy shit. I hope she is okay with this. And then her response is leaning into you like, oh yeah, okay. Phew, I read the situation. Yes, I read the situation correctly. She's not gonna think I'm some sort of pervert. Yay. Her hand lays softly on my shoulder. Hands? Head. I was about to say. I can't help but feel the corners of my mouth raise as well. We continue to finish the movie in a comforting silence. The credits roll. Yuri moves off my arm, which has now fallen asleep. What did you think? It was good. A well thought out and suspenseful story. I'm glad I picked it. As am I. Either she didn't catch my ploy or she doesn't want to embarrass me. Although I couldn't help but notice all the differences from the book. Like what? After saying that, I instantly regret those lines. Well, to start, Yuri goes off on an incomprehensible tangent about the movie. I try following along, but I can't quite understand what she's saying. I'm too busy staring at the way her eyes reflect the orange sun peeking through the window. Right, Mark? Uh-oh. Yeah. I completely agree. Yuri stares at me as if I'm one of her books. I'm glad you see it my way. I silently exhale. Holy fucking shit, dude! Can you pay attention for a few seconds? How is this so hard? Thank God you didn't pry me that question any further. I suppose I should be going home now. If I wait any longer, I'll have to walk in the dark. That's the safest time, Yuri. Huh? Yuri gives me a confused glance. Because at night, if you get into danger, you can shine a light in the sky and call for Batman. You can't do that during the day. Yuri tries to hold in her laughter, but eventually gives in. I'm serious, Mark. I have to go. You can't stay the night? Don't even have a change of clothes. But I stopped myself before saying, we said we're going to need... Well, okay, yeah, it's a good thing you caught that one. We said we're going to need clothes. I understand. Yuri stands up. Thank you for today, Mark. It was a lovely evening. Whoa! Okay, that was a kiss, okay. That looked very scary because it was so fast, but okay. Yuri bends down and places a light kiss on my cheek. She quickly turns and leaves as I notice her cheeks turning bright red. Aww. I'm left sitting on the couch with a stupidly large grin on my face. Yeah, that seems to be accurate. Like, a whole bunch of things like you know, again, I'm sort of like playing or fighting or whatever you want to call it against this character that I'm supposed to be, you know, as in like not me in real life, but this character, and like there are a whole bunch of things that wouldn't go the same way because this guy is a bit of an idiot. Sometimes he just completely just like ignores things or like doesn't care, and like, you know, I'll constantly point it out when things are different to what I would do. But that part, like if that Yuri did that to me, like give me a very quick kiss on the cheek and then immediately run out, and I can actually catch her blushing while she runs out, I would definitely be sitting there with a humongous grin on my face. And then I'll probably, after Yuri's far away from my house, I would probably turn on some extremely loud music and start dancing like an idiot. If you told me a year ago I would have a relationship like this, I would have filled out your papers to be taken to the mental asylum. But now I've changed. I feel a lot more confident, like I can take on anything the world throws at me. Well, there's still Monica. I guess we'll just have to see where fate takes us. I open my eyes as the sun casts its light on my face. Ugh. The sunlight creates a soft glow. Usually that means there's heavy clouds looming over. I'll most likely get some showers later today. Nice. I love rain. I grab my phone and look at the time. Holy crap, I'm going to be late. Jumping out of bed, I begin to start my daily routine. And where are we going? Today is Yuri's second appointment with Dr. Langton. He was excited to continue working with Yuri and believes that he can really help her. I wonder what he'll say when she tells him about her cuts. Yuri promised she'd open up more about them today. I'll do my best to support her. Again, don't push her, support her. It's a very big difference. If she doesn't feel comfortable or ready to talk about it, then don't get upset, don't force her to do so anyway, nothing, alright? Asshole? Because I've been already pretty pissed off by some of the choices you've made that I had no saying in. I continue my trek into the kitchen. Pulling out my phone, I check the time. I don't have a lot of time left. I swipe a cereal bar and then swing open my fridge. Luckily, I remembered to buy milk this time. Oh yeah, this guy put fucking orange juice in a bowl of cereal last time. That was even physically painful to read, and I didn't even see it happening. I poured the milk into the bowl and dropped the cereal. You're doing it the wrong way around, but okay. It's cereal first and then milk, and nobody can change my mind about that. Oh my god, yes. Cereal bar, triple dot. Oh my god. Oh, this mod is so great. Yeah, I love it. Why isn't it working? All of a sudden, realization hits me. Oh, I fished the soggy cereal bar out of the bowl. Wonder I'm gonna have a proper breakfast. I pull out my phone once again and text Yuri. On my way. Almost immediately Yuri responds. Okay, I'll be waiting. I'm not sure why Yuri feels it's necessary to type so formally, but I suppose it's a bit cute. I finish my sorry excuse for a meal and head out the door towards Yuri's house. I fucking love it. I was like me, triple dot, cereal bar, triple dot, like we're staring at each other like, yeah, you done fucked up, bro. I woke up and ring the doorbell. There it goes. Yuri opens the door. Hello, Mark. Hey, you ready to go? I suppose so. It's okay to be nervous. Just remember, I'll be right next to you the entire time. Thank you. I truly appreciate everything that you've done for me. My face starts to turn red. Don't mention it. Yuri locks the door and we begin our walk to Dr. Langton's office. We arrive at the psychiatrist's office. Dr. Langton is standing at the door waiting for us. Ah, right on time. It's a pleasure to meet you two again. Once again, I give him a firm handshake. He turns to Yuri. Hesitantly, Yuri raises a shaky hand. Dr. Langton takes hold of it. Pleasure to meet you again, miss. Shall we begin? I want Mark to join! Both Dr. Langton and I share looks of shock as Yuri speaks up. I would feel more comfortable if he was with us. The doctor stares at us. He ponders for a moment before deciding to speak. Very well. You two step inside my office. Ooh. Nice office. We follow him in. We take a seat on the couch. Well, Yuri, would you like to start by saying anything? Yuri looks over at me, and we lock eyes for a few moments. I grab her hand and lightly squeeze it. I want to show you. There's something else I didn't tell you. Dr. Langton stares quizzically at Yuri, but doesn't open his mouth. She begins to roll up her sleeve. Yuri begins to tell him everything she told me several days ago, about how she used cutting as a getaway from life, and then about how it developed into an addiction. She talks in between sobs while Dr. Langton sits quietly, intently staring at her with a blank yet stern expression. I sit quietly as well, gripping Yuri's hand tightly as she continues her story. I find myself having to hold back tears listening to this all over again. Eventually she finishes. This is something very serious. Give me a moment. Dr. Langton gets up from his seat and goes to his computer. He begins typing what sounds like an email. A small piece of paper comes out from his printer. He then comes back to us. Here's a prescription of some antidepressants. They're used to suppress different emotions and relax the body. It will help to suppress certain feelings you may get. Yuri takes the slip of paper. Thank you. After answering a few more of our questions, Dr. Langton escorts us out of his office. Thank you for coming today, and also for bringing this up to me. And Yuri? He bends down to eye level with her. Everything's going to be okay. He shoots her a big smile, but Yuri continues to stare at him blankly. This day may have been too much for her. Dr. Langton walks back into his office. I turn back to Yuri and can see she's visibly shaking. I look at the clock on the wall. Yuri, why don't we go somewhere to relax? We've had a pretty intense day today, wouldn't you say? Okay. Yuri and I take our leave. Hey, it's the park I met Sayuri in. We find ourselves walking through a public park. I turn to her. This is nice, huh, Yuri? I will say, it is nice to get some fresh air. It feels like the weight of the world has finally been lifted off my shoulders. Hey, Yuri, I know what will be good. And what's that? Ah! I take her hand and run off into the trees. We've run into a painting. I got a bit lost, but after a few minutes we reached a clearing. It's been a long time since I've visited this place. Here it is. I wave my arms in a theatrical display. This area brings back a lot of good memories. So Yuri and I stumbled upon this place when we were kids. It was our own secret spot where we would play. One time she fell in the river and I had to jump in and grab her. Her parents were really mad that day. Mark, this is breathtaking. No, you're breathtaking. Yuri stands in the clearing, overlooking the water. That's also a meme, by the way, isn't it? No, you're breathtaking. That's another Keanu meme, isn't it? I have to Google. I have to make sure. I'm pretty sure that's a Keanu meme. No. No, you're breathtaking. Yeah, that's another Keanu meme. This guy does love Keanu because he's got 3 in there so far. I stare too, but not at the same view as her. To me, she's far more beautiful than this scenery. I watch as her violet hair blows in the breeze. Her eyes sparkle like stars as she stares out into the seemingly infinite landscape. She keeps a calm and content expression on her face. I don't know if it's my mind playing tricks on me, but it seems as if a ray of sunlight is shining on her. And solely on her. A ray of light traveling thousands of miles just to reflect off her face. It makes her look as if she's glowing. We both stand in the clearing, lost to time, taking in our respective views. I can only imagine what she's thinking. The sun hangs low in the sky. Eventually I decide to break the silence. We should head back now. It's getting late. Yuri looks at me as if I just pulled her through a portal. Already? She looks disappointed. I notice her shivering. With the sun falling... Capitalized? I guess that's... well, I don't know. The light breeze becomes colder and colder. We can come back another time, I promise. Okay. Yuri softly smiles as we turn our backs to the horizon. And over here is all of some brightly lit, like noon or something. You go back to the main pathway in silence. You know, we could have a picnic here one day. Yuri perks up. Really? I can't help but laugh at the excitement in Yuri's voice. It's probably the first time I've ever heard her sound so genuine. Of course. I set up some food, maybe some tea, a book, and we'll come when it's bright and sunny. I'd like that. I wrap my arm around Yuri. She doesn't even falter. I can feel her tense body relax, as if all the moments that we have led up to this have been wiped from existence. If only it was as easy as a snap to wipe half of everything out of existence. No, not quietly. That was pretty funny as well. I do love all the references. Perfectly balanced as all things should be. And for a second, I feel like a normal person again. Well, we're here. Thank you for walking me home, Mark. No problem. And Natsuki said Chivalry was dead. I'll be off then. Are you sure? I mean... yeah, we're not having this awkward conversation again. You know what? I'd love to spend the night. Really? Are you surprised that I want to spend a lot of time with you? No, it's just that not a lot of people enjoy spending time with me. I wrap my arm around Yuri as we walk inside. Well, Yuri, I'm not a lot of people. I walk in and I take a seat on the couch. Mark, what are you doing? What? Yuri grabs me and yanks me off the couch. Whoa! What did I do? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. It's just... you haven't showered yet. And you sat on the couch. I let out a long sigh. I suppose I'm pretty sweaty from all this walking. Alright. Yuri looks on with a worried expression. From the bottom of my heart, my bad. I accept your apology. Yuri gives me a soft smile. Now, enough with the formality. I'll head upstairs and shower, then we could, I don't know, read or something? That sounds lovely. I turn around and head upstairs. I only take a few steps before turning around and walking back down. Yuri? Whoa, yes, darling? I cock my head back a bit. Darling? That's new. I could get used to this, however. Anyway, I don't have a change of clothes. Oh, well, you can use mine. Excuse me? Yuri scans me head to toe. We're about the same height. It takes every inch of willpower in me not to comment on the drastic differences between mine and Yuri's thickness. What's wrong, Mark? You don't feel comfortable in wearing a kimono? My face grows as hot as if Yuri has no AC in her house. No, I can wear a kimono. Kimono. That. What are you talking about? We're in Japan, I'm pretty sure we are. Like, what the fuck? Like, how the hell do you not know what a kimono is? Well, then in that case, they're in the middle drawer. My apologies, Yuri, but that doesn't really... The middle drawer. Which dresser? In which room? In this house? Like, there could be so many middle drawers. Like, which dresser? Which cabinet? In which room? In which hallway? Near the shower? In the bathroom? In your room? Like, there's so many middle drawers I could open up before I find that thing. Or all the kimonos that are stored there. Yuri walks away with a sense of victory in her step. Meanwhile, my face is red from ear to ear. I guess it's time to throw out my masculinity and put on a women's pajamas. I'm pretty sure you'll look cute. Not to sound mean, but I'm somewhat fortunate Yuri doesn't have many friends to tell this to. If Natsuki found out about this, I'd never live it. Yeah. We do. Okay, yeah, Yuri. we do have to make an agreement that this never leaves this room. Never. Well, actually, it may. It's okay, but not to Natsuki. I can take Sayori or even Monika bullying me about this, but not Sayori, please. I can't take Sayori. I can't take it if Sayori has this. I can't take it if she has this dirt on me. No, please. She'll destroy what I have left of my sanity. Also, I just kind of realized that Yuri's living room is just my living room, but like reshaded and mirrored. I just kind of noticed that because, like, hey, Yuri also doesn't have a table between the couch, and then I was like, hey, wait a minute, this looks exactly alike. So yeah, Yuri's living room is just like my living room, but then slightly different shades of colors and then mirrors. After my shower, I come back downstairs in the dark blue kimono. Yuri does a poor job at covering up her laughter. Yeah, get your laughs out now. I don't know about you, but I think I rocked this kimono pretty well. I do a quick spin to show myself off. You do look rather dashing. Yuri is holding a tray with a teapot and 2 little cups. It appears she also got dressed in her own sleepwear. No, she's just wearing her regular sweater, but okay. The tea must still be fresh, as I can see the steam rising off. I thought we could sit down and have a cup of tea whilst listening to the rain. Oh, that's nice. I've been so caught up in my appearance that I didn't even realize that it was now pouring outside. Oh, alright. It sounds like a great idea. Wow, that sounded really sarcastic. That sounds like a great idea! Or I don't know. The sentence, that sounds like a great idea, can only leave my mouth in a sarcastic tone, I imagine. I don't know why. Do you mind if we go upstairs? My bedroom has a bigger window. Sure. Once in her room, I take a seat on her bed. Yuri pours us both some tea and hands me my cup. Thank you. Yuri next pulls out a book. Would you mind if we finished it? Infinite Isolation. The book Yuri and I have experienced together for the past few months. The book with a twisted story of loss that brought us together. And now we're on the last chapter. Sure. The corners of her mouth grow. Teacups in hand, we enter our usual reading position. However, this time our bodies are even closer together. For a while we sit just in silence, drinking, reading and listening to the rain. I'm pretty sure I would just fall asleep. Even though I'm not laying on the bed, I would just fall asleep right then and there. Like, holy shit, that sounds so perfect. We're on the last few lines of the book. Oh, do I get to read it? Yeah. I sit down in a corner of this cell. I don't know what's worse, if I'm honest. Being surrounded by 4 concrete walls or the fact that I'm alone. If there's one thing that all humans share, it's the fear of loneliness. Most people can't accept death. Some people aren't scared of tight spaces or spiders or the dark. but loneliness. There's something scarier than that. There's nothing scarier than that. Because when you're alone, you have no one to help you overcome your fear. I look out the small window near the top of the cell. The sakura. It's blooming. It must be spring then. That means I've been here for... I'm not sure really. How do you track time when you can't even see the sun? I look at my bandaged arm. I watched myself fall into insanity, come out, then dive right back in. It's like a cycle. I've been in here so long that I can realize when I begin to lose my mind. Even my hallucinations don't want to talk to me anymore. Boom 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 boom. Schieß dich einfach ab, bring dich einfach flach, nimm dich mit zu mir, steck dich in mein Haus, boom 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 boom. It's a song from Wolfenstein. A monstrous banging is heard outside my door. I scatter towards the center of the room and face it. The banging grows louder and louder, closer and closer, then stops. I stand in the center of my room, my heart pounding. The air is thick, with malice. I don't dare make a sound, for I fear breaking the fragile silence. My vision focuses on the steel door that has kept me locked away. A sound of scraping metal plays and fills the room. I shut my ears instinctively, but my eyes never leave the door. I hold my breath. And the door creaks open. Wait, what? That's it? I look at Yuri. I suppose now we wait for part 2 to come out. I let out a sigh. Fair enough. Well, there's one way to fucking end on a cliffhanger. I set the book on the nightstand. I enjoyed it. Really? Yes. Thank you for sharing this book with me. Yuri turns red as she tries to hide her smile. We continue to listen to the raindrops pour. Once our tea is all but gone, Yuri lets out a yawn. Tired? Mm-hmm. Yuri closes her eyes and rests her head on my shoulder. We sidle up next to each other as we listen to the outside world. The melodic symphony of raindrops continue to pound on the roof. Mark? Yeah? This may be an odd question, but how come your parents are never home? Because I'm an anime protagonist, Yuri. Oh, I'm sorry if that's too personal. No, it's fine. I think it's important you know. Okay. I put my arm around her and pull her close. Oh god, that rain. What the hell? That rain looks really weird. It looks so pixelated in comparison to the rest. The hell? The sound of rain continues to echo throughout the room. I can feel our heartbeats sinking. Yes. Yeah, I can feel our heartbeats sinking to the rhythm of them hitting the roof. When I was a kid, maybe 10 or 11-ish, my parents got hit with a bit of a financial problem. I was real young, so I don't remember the specifics of it. However, I do remember my parents sitting me down and telling me that they were separating. They made me choose who I wanted to live with. I know it may seem like a lot to put on a child, but they wanted to make sure that they did what was best for me. In the end, I chose to stay with my dad, and thus my mom left. I'm sorry. It's fine. It was a long time ago. After my mom left, she got a job at a big banking company and moved away. I was lucky enough, however, for both my parents to be civil and both still agreed to take care of me. You're very lucky to have two parents who care about you. That's what I thought as well. Eventually my dad's business tanked, and once again we hit a financial hole. After that he left for the military. He left you? Basically. After his business fell, he couldn't afford to raise me. And with my mom a quarter across the world, she couldn't be there for me either. So the only way my dad could earn money was to join the military. They give him checks, most of which go to the house for bills and stuff. And with the money my mom gives me, I use on groceries and other commodities. It's not much, but it's enough to get by without struggling. Well, physically I'm fine, but it does get lonely. Physically? Yeah, physically, yeah. Being on by yourself for months at a time. Yuri looks deeply at me. Her eyes glisten. She moves her hands and brushes her thumb along my cheek. It's only now that I realize I've been lightly crying this entire time. Yuri throws her arms over me and buries her head into my chest. Thank you. For what? For telling me your story. I relax a bit. I place my hand on Yuri and begin to lightly pet her head. Her soft breathing begins to calm my nerves. I listen to the pounding of raindrops as I close my eyes. I lean back onto the bed. Yuri and I lay resting on each other. Can you promise me something? What is it? Whenever the sequel of the book comes out, a Sakura's Guide, can we read it together? I remained silent for a moment. I thought it was already implied. Well, I didn't want to assume anything. Fair enough. I begin to run my fingers through her soft hair. Okay, I promise that when the book comes out, we will read it together. Yuri doesn't say anything in return. Instead, she just hugs me tighter. I love you, Ark. I love you too. There's that word again. The word I quite don't understand the meaning of. But yet I still say it. Because it's the only word that I can think of in the moment. Her soft voice bids me goodnight. And I slowly drift out of consciousness. Okay. The protagonist is getting personal now. I like that. Something you don't really see. I haven't really seen in the... well, it was in Blue Skies a bit. Wasn't super heavy, but, you know, it was in Blue Skies. Where the guy's interaction with the mother, with Mom C. And, you know, of course, talking about history, the past relationship with Sayori and stuff. But that was mostly on Sayori's right, of course. And how that's, you know, how he never realized that she was depressed and stuff. But yeah, I like that. I like that the guy's getting some, like, you know, a bit in touch with his feelings and stuff. And also, like, sharing it to Yuri. That's pretty cool. Right, yeah, that's a good place to end it off. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Click the like button if you did. Subscribe to join the Roman army, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later, Romans. Walete.